Hey everyone, it's 2026, and let's be honest, the old school budget is dead. If I hear one more expert tell me to stop buying lattes so I can buy a house in 40 years, I'm going to have to set the record straight. We've lived through inflation fatigue. We've watched prices jump, then stall, then jump again. And if you're like the average American right now, you're not just tired, you're bored of being told no. But here's the thing, while everyone else is complaining, a small group of us, the hackers, are doing something different. We aren't saving less, we're spending better. Today, I'm breaking down the #1 trend of 2026, mindful spending. It's how I'm reclaiming my joy without draining my bank account, and how you can too. Let's dive in. What is mindful spending? So, what is mindful spending? It sounds like some new age lifestyle trend, but it's actually a high-precision audit of your bank statement. In 2025, we were all about survival. In 2026, the trend is intentionality. About 49% of us have realized that rigid budgets don't work because they lack soul. Mindful spending is about moving from, I can't afford that, to, I'm choosing not to buy that so I can buy this instead. It's the difference between buying a $50 gadget because you're bored on a Tuesday night and saving that $50 for a dinner with your family that you'll actually remember. We're trading micro-dopamine hits for macro-impact experiences. Does the item in your hand, or your digital cart, actually align with who you are? If not, it's a hack that's failing you. The little treat. Crackdown and the $180 mistake. Let's talk about the little treat crackdown. We all do it. You're stressed, you're out running errands, and you think, I deserve this $7 salted caramel whatever. Individually? It's $7. Over a month? That's $150 to $200. That's a car payment for some, or a weekend getaway for others. But I want to get real with you for a second. Even as the frugal hacker, I'm not immune. A few months ago, I was doing a deep dive into my own bank statements, something I recommend you do every 90 days, and I found a micro leak that had been draining me for over a year. I found a recurring charge for $14.99 from a premium cloud storage service I signed up for back in 2024 for a one-time project. I'd completely forgotten about it. $15. It's the price of a sandwich, right? But I did the math. That forgotten click cost me $180 a year. That's $180 I essentially threw into a digital black hole while I was simultaneously complaining about egg prices. It wasn't just the money, it was the lack of intentionality. That's the hack, realizing that these companies bank on your forgetfulness. They build empires on the $10 and $15 charges that we're too busy to notice. In 2026, the trend isn't about skipping the coffee because you're poor, it's about skipping the coffee or canceling that ghost subscription because you'd rather spend that money on something that actually moves the needle. Financial gymnastics and the weekend pivot. This brings us to financial gymnastics. This is how we balance the books without losing our minds. The biggest trend right now is weekday frugality. Think of it as a digital detox, but for your wallet. I learned this the hard way last year. I was trying to plan a short trip up to mountains, just to get away from the valley heat and see some trees. But every time I looked at my fun money category, it was empty. Why? Because I was Tuesdaying myself to death. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I'd get tired. I'd stop for takeout, or I'd hit the hardware store for a tool I didn't really need that day. I was spending $60 a week on meh experiences. By the time the weekend hit, my weekend trip was mathematically impossible. So, I started the gymnastics hack. From Monday morning to Thursday night, I went into monk mode. No eating out, no impulse shopping. We cooked at home and used what we had. Suddenly, that $60 a week became $240 a month. That's not just a tank of gas, that's the entire cabin rental. When Friday hits, I have the financial calories to spend. I can live a little because I was disciplined when it didn't matter. If you try to be frugal 24/7, you'll burn out. But if you play the gymnastics game, you win the week and the weekend. 3 hacks you can use today. All right, let's get practical. Here are 3 hacks to implement before this video ends. The 24-hour rule, never hit buy now immediately. If it's over $20, it has to sit in the cart for 24 hours. Most of the time, the need evaporates by morning. The subscription audit, this is the 2026 spring cleaning. Cancel everything. Online entertainment channels and that gym app you don't use. Then only resubscribe when you actually use it and realize you can't live without it. The $2,000 threshold. This is the starter emergency fund. If you don't have $2,000 in a high-yield savings account, you aren't spending, you're surviving. Make that your first high-impact purchase. Buy yourself peace of mind. Reclaiming control. At the end of the day, being a frugal hacker isn't about the numbers in a spreadsheet. It's about the freedom in your life. 2026 is the year we stop letting autopilot spending dictate our futures. Start small. Pick one micro leak today and plug it. Turn your weekdays into monk mode. And remember, you aren't saving money, you're buying your freedom. I've put together a 2026 frugality toolkit in the description. It includes my custom Weekday Gymnastics spreadsheet and a checklist of the top 10 ghost subscriptions that are probably draining your account right now. Download it for free, and let's start plugging those leaks. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button. I've got more hacks coming your way on how to navigate this weird, wild economy. Stay smart, stay mindful, and I'll see you in the next one.